Daf 10 of Megillah gives a very different explanation to a very difficult passage in the Torah. So we're talking about the time when Judah, he marries off his two sons to this woman Tamar. First one marries him and he dies, and the other one marries him in his stead and he dies. And the idea is that the brother's supposed to step in and marry Tamar, but after two of his sons have died to this one woman, he doesn't want to give his third son to Tamar, and he doesn't give her an actual bill of divorce that would allow her to go and marry someone else, and she's supposed to sit as a widow for the rest of her life. And she doesn't think that's fair. She wants to have children. She wants to do all of this. And so she goes and decides to seduce Judah, because he himself could also be her husband according to that ancient law that allows, a family member to be stepping in. And so she basically seduces him, and it says she uncovered her face and then sat by the crossroads, and he thought she was a prostitute. So she covered her face and she sat by the crossroads, and he thought she was a prostitute and went and lay with her and conceived by her. And the Gemara saying, well, that's a strange thing. Wait a second. A prostitute, that's how her sign is that she covers her face? Isn't a prostitute somebody who's very immodest? Wouldn't the prostitute be uncovering her face, not adding more covering? So it says a very different interpretation of that passage. It says what happened was that she was so modest that she would always cover her face to the extent that her father-in-law never saw her. So her father-in-law didn't actually know what she looked like. Therefore, when she came to the crossroads, she uncovered her face, and he thought this was just some strange prostitute. He didn't recognize her as his daughter-in-law because she had never uncovered her face in his presence before. A very different understanding of a very, very difficult passage.